the wonderful story of James Conner, the hometown Pittsburgh kid going to Pittsburgh, beating cancer, and then being drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the third round of the 2017 draft. So just 1 year later, as his first year as a full-time starter, making the Pro Bowl in 2018. So in 2019, missing 6 games and having several injuries that would keep his production to a career low, despite only being in the league 3 years. In 2018, after replacing Le'Veon Bell, people put the name out there that he is an elite and can replace Le'Veon Bell, and that in a couple years, people will forget that Le'Veon Bell left, honestly. But just 1 year later, the question is James Conner good, average, or elite? And today, we're going to be answering that. Like I mentioned, in 2017, James Conner was selected 105th overall by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2017. He would go on to back up Le'Veon Bell, having 32 carries for 144 yards and 0 touchdowns along with Jalen Samuels. In 2018, without Le'Veon Bell, he would be named the starting running back, and he would go for 215 carries with 973 yards and 12 touchdowns. He also would have 55 receptions for 497 yards and a single touchdown. He would make the Pro Bowl and create a name for himself as, once he becomes used to this offensive system and gets a groove, in a couple years, he will be elite, and a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans believe that he was going to be better than Le'Veon Bell. He showed the patience, and you could tell that he learned from Le'Veon Bell for the first year of his career. But in 2019, he would miss 6 games, only have 116 carries for 464 yards, and only 4 touchdowns. He would have 34 receptions and 251 yards, and he did have an increase in receiving touchdowns with 3. But with only a small sample size, 1 full season, 10 games in 2019, and then only a handful of really carries in his rookie year, it's hard to decipher with only an in-between of everything. 1 bad year, 1 really good year, and then a season in between. So it's hard to really make a decision. But with this film, he is an average running back. I think 2018 is a potential breaking year. I think he can become to that again, but I don't think he will achieve that. He's in a final year of his contract this year, and he has a lot to prove. With the injury history that he brought in 2019, will he be able to stay on the field in 2020 with a team that they drafted a running back in the 4th round in the 2019 draft, and people are saying they're going to draft a running back this year? So I don't know. If he can have a season like he did in 2018 and stay healthy, I think he can be labeled as an elite running back. But we've seen everything in between. I just think he has a lot to prove. It is a contract year. If he doesn't have a good season, he will probably hit the open market and will be signed somewhere else. And then the Steelers will turn to the 2019 4th-round pick, Benny Snell. Like I said, with James Conner being a free agent at the end of the season, he has a lot to prove, like I said. I think he needs to go to a team and be like a dual threat guy. A couple of situations he could go to is the Miami Dolphins next offseason. If Jordan Howard and Ballage don't work out, I think Conner could be like a good fit down there. And in Tampa Bay, they have Ronald Jones, and I think James Conner could be a good replacement. In Pittsburgh, the offense is more of an air raid, and he won't get as much opportunities to strictly run the ball. People are going to say he had Mason Rudolph and Devlin Hodges, but still, they ran their offense as an air raid. James Conner would succeed a lot better in a run-first team or in a 1-2 punch backfield. Kind of like with LA. They had Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler. When Gordon wasn't playing, they had Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson. He could be like that to LA or in Tampa or Miami, like I said, and can form like a nice duo like Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram were. I'm not comparing James Conner to one of those two, but I'm just saying I think James Conner can be much more successful in a system like that. I think he's not going to have a very well 2020 season, so he's going to hit the open market, and I think a team will sign him other than Pittsburgh. Like I said, they have Benny Snell Jr., and people are going to say they're going to draft a running back. I think also Pittsburgh's an air raid offense to begin with, and the running back is not as important. That's why I think Pittsburgh was lenient of not giving Le'Veon Bell that big contract extension and ending up tagging him, which ultimately led to the season sit-out and him signing with New York. So I just think, to answer the question of the video, is he good or average? Final decision is he is average. I think, like I said the past couple minutes, he fits better in a run-first option team and also a team with another good running back and can be a 1-2 punch. I just feel like that is his style of play. If you guys did enjoy it, really highly recommend just to leave a like or comment something. Comment 2014 if you are watching this far, just because the score of the highlight right now is 20-14. So just type in 2014 if you guys are watching to this point, and it really means that a lot. And if you are watching this and you don't type that, it's just kind of pointless because you made it this far. Why not let me know that you did? And I really, really thank you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.